Yo, what's up, boys? Back at it again with a little earlier session today. I didn't really trade today, but I did take some time to do some market analysis to see if I was to trade, what was I going to be looking at in the morning. So right now we are on silver. So let's just start how we always start it to show you guys kind of what we're building towards. This is I guess establishing daily bias, kind of just doing some back testing as well, right? To see what we're working on. And okay, boys, let's get started. Let's get the party started here. So we knew silver was moving really, really, really low, right? And we are still bearish, right? And because look at that, this candlestick needs to get up here for it to be bullish, and it's not going to be bullish. But this was, you see this? I mean, many of you guys would think this it was this candlestick to get it to be bullish again, but really, once this candle was formed, we only look at the next candle, so we're bullish again, right? I don't know why I said bearish. We're bullish now. Silver's moving up again, right? So our daily buy says bullish. There's our 4 hour buy. Let's say, oh, full candle closure below. Nope. Yeah, we're moving up. We have an order block here. You guys see that? Leg down. Actually, that's not an order block, guys. I apologize. Okay. There's a fair value gap here, though, right? And what do we really see on the 4 hour? Really, it's just there's a news day and it was so volatile, so it's really hard. Right now, we can see that this order block, this fair value gap needs to be filled eventually down the line. So we can mark that out right now. This one, so we'll see if price went into that. So okay, but we are bullish on the 4 hourly, right? Oh, why did I go on the 3 hourly? 1 hourly. Okay. So when session time started, we can see that what were the highs of this session? So Asian high was right here, Asian low was right here, and really all that happened during London session was reconsolidation, kind of built up, didn't pass the Asian high, and it didn't go below the low, so that really doesn't matter to us. But now we need to see what was going on in New York session, right? New York session coming based off of the low, price started to reconsolidate a little bit, chop, 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 right? And kind of ended down below. Right now we're in Asian session again, right? So Asian session is gonna go on till 3 a.m. my local time. So we can see prices moving up again. Okay. Um so then we just base it on the 30 minutes. I didn't take this trade just because I didn't think this was a high confluence trade at any point, right? We do have an order block here though. You guys see that? That order block, leg down, leg up, right? So price wanted to come back to this region. So look at that, price touched this again, came right back up. So even when I was looking at this, it was based off this little order block that was forming, right? I wanted price to get back down to equilibrium and then I would invest into it. And this trade wasn't really worth it for me at least because when we look at the trade, right? Like it's such a low trade. What are we doing? 5.335, right? Like, I guess price started at 75, went to 80. Yeah, you know what? It was not a bad trade. It's actually a pretty decent trade when you think about it. If you put in something, you're gonna make something out of it, right? But do you guys kind of see how I made this trade happen though, right? Based off of an order block here that formed, right? And new price was coming back into it. Price went up, price came back up, then shot up. And I said at equilibrium of this was where my low was, this was where my high was at the time. So I was just waiting for an entry point where I could get back into the market. Like at this stage right here when price was below equilibrium, your stop loss would be right here for that. right? It's 72. And since this was your take profit, you during the session, if you're gonna swing trade, you probably would not have hit your take profit, but right about here, you could have made some good action, right? So that's kind of what we were looking at for silver on the day. Um, how about we see what else we trade? We trade gold, right, guys? So I'm just gonna mark out real quick. Okay, Asian session, London session, and New York session. This is a forex strategy, but I just use it for everything now, right? Just to kind of see what price was doing at each session, and you can you can kind of see that it always works. Asian dropped it. If Asian drops, that means London pulled it up, and New York dropped it again, kind of consolidated it, kind of kept it consistent, right? So we had a liquidity sweep here. We have an order block forming here because it took out past areas of liquidity, so price was always going to come up again, right? We had a fair value gap here, okay? So we see that in the London session, this happened. So building in from London session, what can we see? Well, where could have our bet been, right? Going in. So we had an order block here. We had a liquidity sweep here. Do you guys kind of see that? This order block that was forming, these ones. Liquidity sweep here. Price went down. So we could have taken a short, but how could we know if it was a short? We go back to our biases, right? Okay. Look, we're bullish on the daily, on the 4 hourly. We're bullish, right now, but at that time we were bearish, right? Keep that in mind. At that time we were bearish. We're bullish now, but we're not, we're bearish then, right? On the hourly, what do we think, right? Right now we're bullish. That time we were bearish. Structure was broken downwards and never picked up again until we got here. So Asian session again. We could put it right there. Okay. Asian session again, right? I have this just marked out as the order block that was there earlier, so price was always going to stay in this range. We can see that there was a liquidity sweep, as I mentioned earlier. So, what do you guys think? Like, it was just not a good day to trade gold. Like, if you could take a short, right, come in here based off this order block, and there is a fair value gap. No, there's no fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap here, right? So when you got here, you could see that price consolidated, went down. Where else do we have a fair value gap? Like you guys see, there's nothing really telling us how price is gonna move. So it was not a good day to trade gold. I'm in the thing that if remember I said that for me to take a trade, there needs to be I need to have the daily bias. I need to see a break of structure, fair value gap or order block, right? Equilibrium, okay? And in this, I'm not really seeing all of that take place. So that's why I would not take this trade. This was not a good trade to take. If you guys are those risky traders, good for you. I'm not a risky trader. I'd like to trade when I know that I'm going to win the trade, right? And I'm going to base it off of that always. So when I do trade, I win big, right? Forex miner is our last thing that we trade consistently is GJ. I don't trade again measured out. Kinda we had a fair value gap there. So that just passed. So we're just gonna start off. We're gonna do this from the bottom together. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Forex strat right now. Okay. Asian session starts Okay, got our sessions lined out. Okay, go to the daily, see what our bias is for the day. We are bullish, full candle closure here, but we do see in this sector, I want to look at the weekly. We're bullish, yeah, we are bullish on the weekly. We're moving up. Okay, 4 hourly. Okay, had a liquidity sweep. No, didn't take out past areas of liquidity there. We have an order block kind of forming here, leg up before the leg down. So we can say price wanted to come back to this area, and it did, right? Chop, chop, chop. Nothing really crazy happening during this time. I'm looking for a liquidity sweep. So past lows, so there's no 4 hourly liquidity sweep. Then I'll go down to the hourly, but I know I'm bullish. Right here, we have a liquidity sweep that formed, right? Horizontal line. Okay. Leg down. Before the leg up, we got an order block right there. Cool. So price will full leg down. This wouldn't count as that, so I like to look at it from here. Okay. Where do we have a fair value gap anywhere here? Tiny little fair value gap. No. No, nothing. You guys see that? I'm gonna have to go down to the 30-minute if I really wanted to find something in here. Coming out of this, once it came out, it really never touched it again, right? We have a liquidity sweep here, order block here, right? So price did come back down during Asian session. So Asian session, you guys can see that, went down. London session consolidated, and New York session just took it off, right? So we did have an liquidity sweep here. Then we have the full order block, full leg down before the leg up. We can see price came back into it. As soon as price came back into that in my New York session, I'm seeing that because we have a fair value gap that it also came into right here. So you guys are seeing this in real time, why this trade is so amazing to take, right? We have a fair value gap here, if you guys can see that. Price came back into it right there. Then all we're looking for is equilibrium. Guess we could right there to the high, because I'm usually coming in at that point, right? So this is not a good representation of where I would put my equilibrium. Equilibrium, if I would, once I see that liquidity sweep, honestly, like previous high would be like right there, right? That would base my liquidity sweep would be right there. Double tapping a bit too much. Man, just we're just gonna do it properly. Right there. And we can, okay. You guys can see that when price came down here, I'm buying in and we're just waiting for the shoot. So you guys see that? We have daily bias. We can see the break of structure, right? Right here. That's where my break of structure was when this big candle formed. Coming down into it, right? Filling this area of liquidity, shooting up. Like this is a good trade because what is my info line telling me if I stuck into this trade? Right here. to right there, right? I'm coming from 2.12113 to 2.12625. Okay, that's a good trade. Like, that is a good trade, guys. Everything worked to a T. One second, guys. I'm just looking at something. Cool. Okay. Life is very short, guys. Life is very short. Take care of your health, build your money, and biggest thing always, praise God. All day, all night, whenever you get time. Because you will die one day, and you will have to go meet him again. Come on, guys. Take care of your health. Work really hard on obtaining greatness, because life moves really quick, guys. You never know when your time is up. So that's why learn these skills to help make you make money so you can help other people around you. I can't preach that enough, okay? Um you guys can see that now we've taken a trade that we're making some money off of. And if you guys really want to hold out on that too, like, there's potential, right? And we go into 15 minute, we could probably find higher confluence areas, right? Look at that. That's your exit. Like, your stop loss on this one would realistically be, I would pick it just slightly below this once the structure has been broken. So this is your stop loss, and your take profit would probably be up here somewhere, right? This is where your take profit would be. So you would smash your take profit. You would take that take profit one, take profit two, but that's swing trading. But take profit one, take profit two, right? Like, stop loss. You guys see how simple this is, right? Like, I can't stress this enough. It's not rocket science. It's just reading the chart and doing what the chart's telling you to do. And you're gonna make money. All right, guys. That was the task for today. I wanted to make this video, kind of let everyone know why these trades happen as they happen in real time, and why I did not take one of these trades, because I was really busy today and I was not willing to take this trade because I just didn't have time to read the market. You see, I jotted it down in the morning. After that, I just didn't have time. Okay, guys? Peace out for now. We'll talk again later, and we will have fun. And we'll keep doing this, and we'll have some motivational sessions as well. And it's just a privilege that one day there's going to be so many people watching this, and today there's no one, and I'm still doing this. And maybe someone will learn something, and they'll be able to change their family's lives. Take care, guys. Peace out.